I'm Corey Rogie with GI Sports, and in this video, we're going to introduce you to the JT Revolution. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show you how to install the batteries, and I'm also going to show you how to take it apart just in case you have to clean it. This is a clamshell package. I already pre-cut the package prior to the video, so we'll go ahead, we'll pull that out. You do have a owner's manual that's down in the bottom of the package. So here we are with the loader. Once again, it's JT Revolution. This particular loader takes two 9-volt batteries. Okay. There is actually a certain way that you have to put them in there. If you look at the loader itself, you'll have the plus, positive, and negative on the other side. Okay. So make sure that you do insert these batteries correctly. And what you'll have to do after inserting the batteries is push down on them slightly and then slide your battery cover on. Go ahead and give it a test run. Works good. So a time-tested loader here. I think everybody that's ever started playing paintball, they started off with one of these kind of loaders, just an agitating loader. It's a great loader, it works really well. Some of the features, they keep it really simple on this loader. You have a spring-loaded lid. You have a toggle switch for your on and off. You also have a low battery light indicator on the left-hand side. Okay, it'll start flashing at you whenever your batteries get low. And it's just simple. It's one of the great things about this loader is just how easy it is to use and how simple it is. We'll go ahead, we'll kind of tear into it, just do a quick disassembly and reassembly. You know, sometimes you run into that rare case where you get a ball that got broken inside your hopper, you need to take it apart, you need to clean it, and I'll show you how to do that. I like to start with the lid being closed, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Phillips head screwdriver here. All these screws on the outside, they're all Phillips head screws. So we'll just go ahead and one by one just kind of unthread them and start to work on it. We have 8 Phillips head screws that hold the shell together. Once you get them all loosened up, I like to just keep the screws with the shell. There's no reason to take them out. What I do is I'll leave the screws in there. Now, one thing that I will mention is that the spring is a little different than most of the loaders. Most of the time they put it on the left side. The spring is actually on the right-hand side for this one, okay, for your lid. All right. Now you can remove your lid, all right, if you want. Most cases, I'm just going to leave the lid and the spring and everything in place. I just took it out for demonstration purposes. Now we'll go ahead and set that down for a second, and I'll just kind of go over what's inside the loader. Okay, it's pretty simple, which once again, it just makes for a great design. You have your motor, your agitator up top. It's going to agitate the paintballs, allow them to drop down through the feed tube. You have your circuit board with the on-off switch and the low battery indicator. And then you have this little eye circuit board that's encased in this plastic. Obviously, when there's no paint in the way, it's going to start spinning. As soon as there's a paintball in the way, it'll stop spinning. All right, pretty simple design. It's really a great loader. One of my favorites. So we'll go ahead and we'll put it all back together. Basic maintenance, really simple. I mean, you break a ball in there, just clean it out. You know, just go through there, wipe it out with a rag, and you don't have to take any of the parts out. I mean, it's just laid out right in front of you. You can literally just go in there and wipe it all out, which makes it very easy to work on. Now, the one difficult part when reassembling is your spring. So you have this spring. It's kind of hard to see here. We'll get a couple close-up shots, but the spring has to go into the shell a certain way or it won't work. Okay, so there's a small leg, and that leg has to go facing downwards in that teardrop shape that's in the shell. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I just kind of hold this just like that, my free hand, and then just slide the shell back together. Okay, goes back together nice and easy. And then from there, since I have the shell closed, you can just go ahead and close the lid, and that'll just kind of assist you. It'll keep the shell from popping apart or anything like that. Not that it would normally pop apart, but it's just nice to close that lid. It holds everything together for you. And then just go back through and tighten up all your screws. Be careful with these. You know, obviously you could easily strip them out if you wrench down too tight. So just go through, make sure they're snug. If you tighten them up a lot, you could potentially run like a really big gap on the front of the loader here. So you don't have to wrench them down. Just snug is going to be sufficient. And I just kind of go through. There's no particular pattern that I tighten these up in. I just tighten them up. So now that we have it all together, you can go ahead and insert your batteries, check it out, make sure everything's working fine. Don't expect anything to be messed up here because all we did was just take it apart and put it back together. You go ahead and turn it on, check the functionality. Works good. And that's the JT Revolution. If you need any other help, owner's manuals, stuff like that, you can visit paintballsolutions.com or you can contact us at the 1-800 number.